What's up, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's happening with SPY, Tesla, and the overall markets, and break down what's going on with the economic calendar moving forward, talk about other factors for the markets, which you should be watching for as time progresses. But just note that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out my Webull link. If you deposit any amount of money, you're guaranteed 12 free stocks. If you deposit $500, you're guaranteed 20 in total. And deposit $25,000 more, and you're guaranteed 75. The offer ends very soon in just about 3 weeks. Anyways, now let's talk about the market. So, as far as SPY goes, we did see a little bit of a gap down, a little bit of a dip, but we're trying to hold our 20 EMA. It's at 570.24. As long as we hold this could attempt to push back up to try to fill this gap up here and get back to the highs from Friday. But if we lose the support, it could be dipping back down to 568. So I'll be watching this very carefully just to see how well this ends up holding up. It's going to be very critical for the way we end up moving forward today. But I first want to talk about some data. So just know that today is going to be AI day for Nvda. We have an AI Summit event, which is very important. Could affect the share price. We'll see if we end up getting a bounce on Nvda later on. And then also for the overall market, it's going to be a very quiet day in terms of data. Today is Monday, October 7th, 2024. At 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have the 3 and 6 month bill auctions, not to mention Bowman and Kashkari giving their speeches. We'll see what ends up being said, but all of this is very, very minor. Same thing with earnings. Everything is very minor for now. Things don't get serious until Friday for earnings. Just keep that in mind, guys. For our data, things don't get serious until Wednesday. So Wednesdays when we have FOMC minutes. Then the next day we have CPI, then PPI. But for now, it's Monday and everything is quite minor. I just want to mention now that as far as the market is starting off, we're a little bit sluggish so far, but we are attempting to rebound. We did see oil prices being affected a little bit, which is part of why I think the market's dipping. But it's once again nothing too serious. The market could still attempt to rebound. It's just a very, very small dip. We have Q3 earnings, which are going to be starting very soon, and they're kicking off this week. We have more earnings coming out over the next couple of weeks. Besides that, I didn't see anything else that's too crazy on the news. Everything has been quite minor so far. So now let's just focus on the charts from this point on. So for SPY, we're looking at 570.23 as our support. If we lose this, we're looking for 568.53. If we hold this, we could attempt to rebound, looking for this gap to fill back up to 572.38. So as long as we hold 570, as long as 570.23 holds, I do see that there could be an attempt to get back up to 572.31. There could be a nice push back up to these highs as long as you hold 570. So that's what my view is. Lose 570, we turn back down to 568. But if we hold that, we could be looking for this rebound. So far, it looks like it wants to rebound as we're holding our 20 EMA. And we'll see if that ends up holding or not. If it doesn't hold, we'll dip. But for now, it's barely holding. So there's a good chance it's going to attempt to try to get this bounce off this critical support. ES is doing the same thing, basically. We have this support. The main support is around 5766.5. If we lost this, we're looking for a dip back down to about 5750. If we held this, we could attempt to rebound for that 5790 area. So 5790 will likely be retested where this imbalances as long as you hold 5766. So if this holds, we're looking for a rebound back up to where this imbalance happens to be. If we lose this, we're looking for a dip back down to where the support is. So I'll be watching that very carefully as we're range bound. Now, one thing that could be mentioned is that there's a possible kind of like head and shoulders like structure that could be developing on ES and also the broader markets, which could lead to downside later on. If this were to play out, I want to see this thing basically lose support right here at 5740. If this support right here breaks, I see this dumping all the way down. So it's going to be your key levels, just like this. Lose this range right here, and this thing is going to be dumping, by the way. So that's going to be like another possible setup. But so far, it hasn't played out, so don't expect it to play out. We'll be watching the support to see if you rebound for now. So as of right now, it looks like it's trying to hold support and might attempt to rebound. We'll see if that ends up being the case. For Tesla's attempting to rebound. We're looking at 249 for support. If that fails us, we're looking for 247.5, and then 244 supports for Tesla. If it does dip, that would be a very nice dip buying opportunity because we have the Robotaxi event. I think Tesla could run approaching or even after it. We also have this resistance to watch for around 257, which is where we have this imbalance, and 260. It might dip a little bit. We might see a little bit of a dip here to retest the 247, the high 240s. And then it might attempt to rebound after that because once again Tesla's it still has a lot of potential to rebound approaching the event. With the AI event, I think that a lot of chip stocks are looking decent. As long as Nvidia does not lose 122 and 120, this is favoring 126, so it's looking pretty good in my opinion. For Bitcoin, as long as Bitcoin does not lose 62,500, I think the odds favor that this might attempt to rebound and start pushing for these imbalances towards 64,500. If we lose support here at this area, we could be looking for 61,780 as our support. Might dip a bit towards these EMAs before it tries to rebound, so watch for that. For NQ is trying to hold 20,070. If we lose this, we're looking for a dump back down to about 19,800. If we hold this, we could attempt to rebound as well. So I'll be watching to see if 20,070 holds. That's going to be our key support on NQ. If it doesn't hold, we're looking for a dip back down to these lows. If it does hold, we're trying to rebound. For the QQQ, we're looking at support at 484. If that fails us, we're looking for a dip back down towards 482. And if this holds, we could try to rebound for the gap fill. So watch for that very carefully. For others out there, we also happen to have Aapl. Aapl has it gapped down quite a bit after bad news came out. Got a big downgrade. But if we start pushing to fill this gap, we're looking for 226. If we lose 223.8, we're looking for a dip to 222. This might attempt to rebound for 226, which could push the market a little bit higher. For the IWM, as long as you hold 218, we're looking for an attempt for 220. If we lose 218, we're dipping to 216. So far, it looks like it might be pushing for 220. Coin is trying to rebound. We're looking for 169 as support. If we lose that, we're looking for a dip to about 166. If it holds 169, it could rebound. As long as we get back above 170, I think this will rebound. But if we can't do that, we're going to be dipping to 166. My gut tells me we might dip a little bit to 168. Then we might attempt to rebound to reclaim 170. We'll see if we hold 170 or not. Amzn has 183 as support and then 186 as resistance. If we rebound off 183, we're looking for 186. If we lose 183, we're going to be dipping back down. We're range bounds for now, so be very, very patient and mindful of that. I think Meta could push for 600, so give that some time. Looking at Microsoft, we're on a bit of a downtrend right now. We have about 414 as our support. If that fails, we're looking for 409. And then Google is also trying to push right here. We're looking for basically this resistance closer to 170. We'll see if 167 holds to push it to 170. So we'll be very, very patient nonetheless. But anyways, that's pretty much it for my analysis. I just want to say I thank you all so much for listening. Okay, so as far as the market goes, as long as we hold our key supports, we could see an attempt in the market to rebound back up to the highs from Friday. So there's a good chance it's going to do that as long as we hold supports. If SPY does not hold support and 570 fails, as though we could be looking for a dip. So be very open-minded for that key support. And we'll see which way we go. Once again, data is very minor today. It does not get very serious until like Wednesday. So be very patient. We'll see how things end up looking. And I will see you guys very soon, just a couple of hours for another update. So until then, have a great day, guys. Watch your levels very carefully. We'll see if supports hold. And I'll be back just to give you guys one more update. Thanks again for listening, and peace out.